the character of Milkha Singh, it's become so identical with you somewhere. The entire experience of just coming out of it. I believe you started shooting for Shaadi Ke Side Effects.
It's impossible to switch on and switch off to that degree. We moved on to a completely different world, to a completely different character, and I'm enjoying that tremendously because it's funny. It's like a romantic comedy. I'm working with Vidya, who's a great actor to work with. So all that is kind of smoothening this kind of transition out of the character. Firstly, starting with the people who just made me look a certain way, right, which is Dolly Ahluwalia, Swapnil Pathare, Nidhi, Samir Jawra, my trainer. There was Melvin Crasto, my track and field coach. There was a Dr. Anand from Delhi. They paid a lot of attention, so that no injury can occur.
Pawan Malhotra says that इसमें अगर तुम दौड़ोगे तो शायद तुम कभी दौड़ ना पाओ.
Yeah, absolutely. Can
we see Farhan Akhtar directing himself in a movie at any point of time?
Faridoon, I don't know. Yeah, it's two completely different hats. Right. Currently, I don't. But you never say never. I'm not saying it'll never happen.
Someone asked you in the press conference today that now since you've come out of this entire movie and the character of Milkha Singh somewhere, it's become so identical with you somewhere, and the entire experience of just coming out of it. I believe you started shooting for Shaadi Ke Side Effects. That's what you said. Yeah. But still somewhere, what is the entire mentality? Because I'm still saying because it still keeps on coming back to me because it's not Farhan Akhtar. Every time it's Milkha Singh somewhere.
Thank you.
So that entire process, just coming out of it.
It will take time. I completely agree. It's impossible to switch on and switch off to that degree. Of course you move on in certain things because immediately, firstly, when you start looking like a different person, right, that automatically starts changing the way you're thinking about yourself. So that's one. Moving on to Shaadi Ke Side Effects, of course I do love the script, otherwise I won't do it. Okay. But it has also helped because we moved on to a completely different world, to a completely different character, and I'm enjoying that tremendously because it's funny. It's like a romantic comedy. I'm working with Vidya, who's a great actor to work with. So all that is kind of smoothening this kind of transition out of the character. Right. But I think that there will be elements of learning, from this film. And I think one of them possibly will be what the human being is capable of achieving, given any odds that may be against you. Absolutely. I think that's the big learning, that you really can put yourself through the grind to try and achieve something that seems to be beyond you. Right. And if I feel that if with that film, if the way people have reacted to the performance, which I'm very touched by and very thankful for, but if that's possible to do, then it just gives you so much courage, to try and do something. Of course, you have to be inspired by the person or the story or the script. But if that happens, then there's no holding back. It's possible.
But you took the risk of not doing any more the movie, and the way you prepared for it was commendable. The technical team, the background support that you had in this movie was fantastic as well. That you can see something about that.
Yeah, it was impossible without them. So firstly, starting with the people who just made me look a certain way, right, which is Dolly Ahluwalia, Swapnil Pathare, Nidhi from B Blunt, who we are constantly working with every day. Right. Apart from them, of course, there was Samir Jawra, my trainer. There was Melvin Crasto, my track and field coach. There was a Dr. Anand from Delhi, who mainly worked on all my physio and recovery stuff. So I don't think it would be possible for me to go without these three core people through this 1.5 year process and genuinely come out on the other side without a single injury. Now that you've seen, you can imagine what all went into it. To have come out without any kind of lasting injury. Of course there were aches and pains that would happen through a shoot like this. But to not have anything stay with me as an injury, so now I can still go out and do whatever I want to do. I think truly is all because of them. They paid a lot of attention to recovery. They paid a lot of attention to making sure the body was always warmed up and stretched enough, so that no injury can occur on the kind of level that it could hamper either the shoot or then my future, on some level to do other things.
Because so Pawan Malhotra says that इसमें अगर तुम दौड़ोगे तो शायद तुम कभी दौड़ ना पाओ.
Yeah, absolutely. So absolutely. They're so integral to what is happening in this movie. Right. It's tough to really put it in words.
अरे संती मार रहा संसार अब तू आने दे ललकार तेरी तो बाहें पतवार कदम है तेरे हाहाकार तेरी नस नस लोहा तार तू है आग मिल्खा ओ बस तू भाग मिल्खा अरे छोड़ दे बीते कल की बोरी काट दे रस्सी सुतली डोरी तुझसे पूछेगी ये मट्टी
Can we see Farhan Akhtar directing himself in a movie at any point of time?
Faridoon, I don't know. Yeah, it's two completely different hats. People have done it successfully in the past, absolutely, and I have tremendous amount of respect and admiration for people who have. But I still don't feel comfortable, to do it. I feel that I feel like I'm a very different person when I'm directing, and I feel like a different person when I'm acting. So I don't know. Someday maybe the two will meet, shake hands and hug, and maybe something will come of it. But currently, no. Currently, I don't. But you never say never. I'm not saying it'll never happen. But at this moment, I don't foresee it happening in the near future, at least.
Right. And now you'll be inundated with the acting offers. So, anyways, thank you very much, man, and all the best.
Thank you. Thanks
Loved
for
it.
coming here.
Thanks, man.